Alright, so the way that this one works on the right side, so because you can rotate this guy, and this guy cannot be rotated, we kind of want to start with this piece first. We can have this piece out like this, right here. And that alone would cover both of these, which means I can put this 3-piece wherever I want. So I could add it to here, and then have an outline like this. But I wouldn't be able to do it because of this here. I think this one's kind of a hard one to explain if you haven't seen the other ones. Let me try to see if I can figure this out real quick. Okay, so I thought this one would work because you can see on the right hand side, these 3 on the right would cover this guy on the left, and then this other piece would be good. Except I forgot this starting blocks, so that doesn't actually work. But if I had cut this off somehow, then this would be a viable solution. This would be another, if I could get to the exit, this would be another acceptable answer if I could get to the exit, because you have the 3 right here, and then the T-shape at the bottom. But of course they cut it off, so you can't do it like that. Might be easier if I brought in some paint action in here, but that's too much work. So this would be another acceptable solution if I could get to the exit, because you see on the left hand side right here is where I would put this guy, and then this piece would be here, and then since they're both enclosed, this would be acceptable. They keep on blocking me with these guys, so I need to figure out a better way. So what I think we know for sure is this piece right here is going to overlap with this shape, because if we use this as the 3-piece, I wouldn't have anywhere to put the other shape. So let's see. So I need some sort of overlap with this particular piece on this piece. I really hate these gaps. they're the bane of my existence right now. They have messed with all of my solutions. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to work on the left side, because this one's probably a little bit easier to understand. And we'll keep this one in mind. I don't know what happens. I don't know why I have 2 puzzles here, but we're going to do with this one first. So the stars, basically they just need to be paired with another star. So this right here on the right side is acceptable. Can't do that. Okay, oh. That's alright. Darn. Almost had it. So for this solution, you can see I'm going top to bottom. So on the left side, the top 2 are paired. The third one on the right side is paired with the one underneath. That black star is the only issue I have. That's not paired with anything. Okay, that works. Right, that's actually a solution right there. I believe. Doing my check. Yep. So you can see that each of them are separated. So are they gonna make me solve both? They're gonna make me solve both, huh? Alright. So back to this guy. We have... Let's see if I can bring out the the Photoshop. Oh, okay, you got something? Let's see. Up, right, down, right, up, left, up, right, up, right, out. Okay, this is... you have the right number of squares, that's good, and you have everything other than, well, let me see if I can open up Photoshop real quick. It'll help me out as well, and I can explain it that way. I think it'll be a lot easier. There we go. Alright, so now we're on Photoshop. Hi Bob the Builder, how's it going? I'm just going to be playing around in Photoshop here, trying to find a proper solution. Feel free to throw in any suggestions if you have any. So what I'm thinking is, this line piece cannot be here because there's no way to add this T piece into the puzzle where it fits, right? It just all of it would overlap. So that means that this has to be here in some sort of orientation first. So we're gonna figure this guy out first. Oops. So that seems okay. Then you can't do that outline. This is okay, but again, you have a gap here, so you can't go through this. T upside down, bottom right. Okay. Yes. And then like this. This would work, yes. But the problem is that way I wouldn't be able to enclose it. I'd run into the same problem I run into everything else. The gap. Can't get across that gap. So. Right. So, but that's a good solution, other if that wasn't there. Gap. T bottom right, iron upper right. Can't do that because of this gap. We'd have to include this square. But this is also a good solution if this gap wasn't here. I should probably make this my Photoshop larger, sorry. Okay, there are finite positions that this could work in. So let's start with that. So here, this is the only position for this, and we cannot do this because of we'd have to include this guy. We cannot do this because there's a gap here. Can't do this because of this gap. Oops. So this bottom T does not seem to be on our list here. This is no good. This is impossible. So let's move it on its side. So positions wise, we can do this. but this is fairly impossible to enclose. We can do this. Same issue. And this can't go anywhere else. You can't move it up because then I wouldn't be able to do that. So next pose, I guess. So then we have this. Not possible because of two gaps. We have this, not possible because they can't, just can't do it that way. Just an eye on the patterns and what is left. What? What do you mean? That does appear to be it. Why did I not think you can do this again? Good call. You got it, I think. Let's test it in game. We did it. You did it. Good job, Dune. Alright. You can put away Photoshop. Alright, now we have this guy. And this one's easy, so that means that this is probably related to something in the quote-unquote real world. So, let's see what this does. Oh, wait. No. Where does this go to? I think that goes here. Let's try this. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I did these from down here. I'm pretty sure that wasn't supposed to be the case, but we can move on. We already did these puzzles. Alright. So in case it comes up, this works the same way. These are not tilted, so that means that you need to keep them in this orientation. However, this tri-wing tip thing means that you can ignore one badly placed thing. So in this case, 2, 3, this guy, we pretty much removed it. So that's that. Same thing with this here, and so on and so forth. Okay, so... Oops. But you do have to enclose it within what you're getting rid of, so... You have to use it? Oh, I think what this is trying to be is that we want this guy to go down, so we want to ignore this first one, maybe? What? Ignore the last left one. Good call. You got it. Nice. What did that do? I thought it was the right one. Okay, it looks like it has multiple cables, so we probably want to try to ignore all of them, I guess. Somehow. Yeah. Ah, okay, alright. I'm getting it. So that moves this guy over. Where do we want this to be? We want it to be on the other side of this here. So we do want to put it on this guy. Yeah, there we go. We'll just route it up to this side and we can get that puzzle over there, I guess. Oh no. See what this does first. Okay, so that's our shortcut back. Let's do that one after we finish this. Okay. So again, stars you want to pair up. So this is good because this is paired, and then this one would get rid of my mistake. I guess what it's trying to tell me is the color matters in this case. Right. I don't understand why it doesn't work the other way. That's kind of weird. Okay. I get it, but then I also don't. It's kind of strange. Oh, I have one extra here. Whoops. There we go. Oh. I'm just a little confused on this interaction here. So here, this one was different, so I got rid of my third one that I didn't want. Here, I need to have 3 of them, and it basically canceled one out, which is pretty much what it did here. Here, I had a third one, so I got rid of that, but they were different colors. Here, they were the same color, but I got rid of the orange one. So, I don't know what's up with that. And then here, you would think I could just do this, and then we'd get rid of both of them. But that is not what happens. So I got rid of the opposite color. You would think that this would get rid of both of these and it would be fine. Mix the opposite with the opposite, ignore. Alright. I did that right? Yeah. So that's... Wait, what? Did I do it wrong the first time? Well, either way. Okay. So since these are the same color, I'm going to group it with 3 of them. Went too far down the first time? Okay, gotcha. Thanks. Oh. 2... 3, 2. 3. Can't cut it off. 3? No, that's 5. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah. Okay, so I got rid of the same colored one. I'm still not really sure what this is trying to teach me. So I think if it's the same color, it only gets rid of 1 if there's 3. But if they're opposite colors, it just gets rid of it entirely. I guess that's what we're learning here. So like, for example, these are all the same colors, so it got rid of the extra one. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, no. Okay, so this is the same puzzle but flipped. But I can't flip it because I'd block my exit. So I have to be a little bit more creative. I would dearly like to go to the other one. Oh, no. There we go. 2, 2, 2, 3. Oh no. Okay, so we have 5 pink, so that means that we definitely have to get rid of it that way. So we definitely have to include these 2. And this is a 4 and a 3. And they're not tilted, which means I have to keep them in that orientation. It's 4 across, so I need to... Doesn't work. Like this would satisfy the oh, because they're different colors. Okay, for some reason I thought it was a pink one. And I was trying to get 3 together so I could delete one, but I couldn't figure it out. I'm glad I tried that even though I didn't think it would work. Okay, cool. So this one's white, so it's fine. Just it'll delete 1. But we have 4. So we don't want to delete 1. So we want to get rid of one of these. And that's good. Right. Cool. Right. We got more. So we have 1 by itself. We definitely want to delete that. So 3 across, 3 up. So this would cover the shapes, but it wouldn't cover the star. Can't do that because I need to get these guys. Ignore end star. This isn't correct, but I can't do it this way because they're not part of the same enclosure. So this wouldn't work, even if I had that correct. If that's what you're trying to say. The main issue is here if I have the Like, I'm gonna have to use all 3 of these pieces because I need to ignore this star right here. To put the ignore and star on the outside. It doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. I've made that mistake in the past. Like, if for example, this was my solution, it's not. It doesn't work by the shapes. But if this was my solution, this would not work because they need to be in the same enclosure, and just having them outside of the line doesn't count. These guys, there's actually 3 different enclosures. We have the one on the left, the one in the middle, and the one on the right side. If that makes sense. Which makes this tricky because of how that works. We have this guy, this line piece, which means that we kind of have to do that, right? So, I mean, we have to segregate it somehow. And we can't do this because we wouldn't have these enclosed. Can't ignore a line. I can't ignore a line piece. Yes, correct. At least that is my current understanding of this. You know, who knows? I could be wrong. You know, the game never actually tells you outright what these things do, and this is just my interpretation of what they do. And so far, it's been consistent, so that is my current understanding. But as you can see, I still wasn't sure with the coloration and stuff, but I'm fairly certain that's how this works. I'm gonna try I know this doesn't work, but I'm gonna try it just in case. Okay. To make a backwards Z shape. I have no idea how to do that. I don't know what you mean. Remember, we can't tilt these guys. They have to be in this orientation. Right, right, right. Up, up. Right, right, right. Down, left, left. First. Oh, I messed up. Up, right, right, right. Up, up, right, right, right. Down, left, left, left. I'm gonna omit one of the lefts because I don't think that works. Down, down. Right, right, right out. I think you're right. Yeah, that works. Nice. Good call. Okay, so same deal here. These two of them need to be wrapped together. One of them needs to be wrapped with the star. Or with the tri-wing. So... Trying to... So our old solution does not work because we wouldn't be able to wrap them together. So this is still our issue. So we need to do something similar to what we did before, because otherwise we'd run into the same issue. Can't do that. That would get rid of my star that in the tri-wing that I need. There we go. Wait, something like this. Give me a second. Oh wait, this doesn't work. Hmm. No, that doesn't work. Make it a sideways U on the right side. Yeah. Alright. Nice. For some reason, you're getting these a lot faster than I am. I mean, for some reason I'm, keep thinking about this guy right here, and I want to do it like this, but I can't think of how to put the other two, but you're doing it, so... Oh, yeah, no, go ahead. Please. I need the help, as you can see. So, okay, so this time we have 4 stars, so that means that this guy is probably going to be getting rid of one of these guys in the middle. So, let's figure out how to do that. So we can't do this. No, can't do that to begin with. Let's see. It doesn't work. I'm trying to enclose these two and then see if I can make a shape out of the other two. I wouldn't be able to enclose it, so cannot do that. That has to be on the patterns, yeah. I agree. So let's try to figure out how we can do that. And we'd want to get rid of one of the shapes here. Alternatively, I guess we don't necessarily have to use it. I think it uses it automatically, so I think we do. So scratch that. I think we do have to use it. Loop up over the ignore. I don't see. Wait. I don't see why this wouldn't work. I guess you're. Oh, okay. So this does confirm that you do need to use the ignore. Good idea. That was a good idea. So we can't do this. So that confirms that we definitely need to get rid of one of these pieces. Can't close this off, so that doesn't work. Hmm. That's one used. Once past the patterns, you can't go back. Yeah. What's the the line part is here the main issue. I was thinking we could use the ignore on that one, but I can't seem to come up with the usage for it. Hmm. Will ignore have to be part of the pattern? Yes, I do. Not necessarily. I mean, it has to be used. That's what we figured out before, so we can't block it off. But I do think, like, we can. For example, if this worked, the stars don't work out on this one. But if this worked, this would be okay. Say we took out the 2 stars on the right side, this would be fine, because it would ignore the line pattern. Does that make sense? The ignore has to be in the same enclosure as the thing it's ignoring. If that... There wouldn't be an eye? Yes. Yes. I'm not sure what you're saying. For example, if the 2 right stars here were not part of it... Oh, actually... I think I just figured it out, actually. Well, thanks for that. That helped me think it through, I guess. So, the reason that this works is because this is ignoring this. So it's basically, hey, this is not part of the pattern anymore. So it's like if this was blank, and this was blank. Did that make sense? I'm not sure if... I hope I was explaining what was going on correctly. Okay, so we have this one. I think this is just another shortcut. So what do we want to add here? Let's see what it does first. Wait, that doesn't work. Okay. Oh, it's going outside. Okay. What does that do? How far does it go? It only goes to that. I don't see how this helps or hurt. Do we want to go over the water? I don't see anything there that would help either. I don't understand. I don't know what this does. Seems to be a chute coming down the slope to it. Chute. Where? If you mean that over there, that's just an elevator. I mean, we have the cable that seems to be fine. And usually the ones that affect the real, quote unquote, real world, are just for shortcuts, as far as I understand, or for another puzzle. But I've solved all the puzzles over there, and I don't really see how this moving will change anything. Turn to look out the window, then up to the right. Like up there. I do admit I don't think I've walked over there. But I don't think that's... I don't see how this helps. We can check out over there real quick. Yeah, there's a couple of things in this game that just... I don't know why it does what it does. Like this elevator right here is super worthless as far as I'm concerned, because it just brings you up from that point to that point. But you can get down much faster going through the facility, because that elevator takes literally forever. And I mean that figuratively, of course. Okay, so let's see if we can bring this down. I mean, I haven't been here before. It doesn't look like it actually does anything, or helps at all. Oh, here we go. We have the random recording of philosophical musings.
Physics is history of thought. Zen is the development of Eastern worldview. The ultimate refinement of more than 2,000 years of necessity, research, and incredibility. Yet the difference between the two, how to be more. Whereas physics is above all theories, concepts, and formulas. Zen values only concrete principles. Zen wants facts, not Western sense of things are measurable and mere, which are in fact abstractions. Whereas living, immediate, and tangible. His approach to understanding is not to theorize. He recognizes that we as accumulate ideas and knowledge, in other words, memories lies, lock the direct perception of reality. Therefore, Zen adopts an unusual approach. His field involves language which is unavoidable. Any method, even if it turns out to be an anti-method, is first to convey some background in order to be effective. The way Zen uses language is always beyond language, beyond concepts to concrete. David Irving, 1996. Cool.
Anyways, so I followed the cable that we powered up to here, and now I'm looking at this puzzle. And it looks very simple, but yeah, that's this game in a nutshell. All of their... It's a very... I am very smart type of thing. I mean, all of the things that they do talk about is interesting, but putting it into this game and just having them randomly strewn about is kind of weird to me. There's videos that are like 5 minutes long that you can watch that they have, and it's kind of boring, if you ask me. But I understand some of them did have to do with the game. They kind of were hints but not hints, like, hey, if you're focusing too hard on this, maybe it's a good idea to go somewhere else. But of course, in a lot of philosophical jargon is basically what they're referring to. Otherwise, it's just philosophy and things I'm not going to worry about. So we're at this puzzle here, and it looks simple, but the problem is I'm not trying to do it, because we have, as you can see, we have an ignore tri-wingtip here, and we have a 1 box and we have a 2 box. This does not work, although I wish it would, because this tri-wing is going to ignore something. I don't know what it's going to ignore, but it's going to ignore something, and once it ignores that one thing, we'll have a box too much. So, like, for example, if it was ignoring this guy, I'd have 3 boxes for a 2-box solution. If it ignored this one, then I have 3 boxes for a 1-box solution. So that's a no-go, at least in my... Well, it didn't work, so it's a no-go. So even though it looks simple, I think it's a little bit more tricky than that. We do absolutely have to ignore the single square because that's not possible for how these work. As far wait, no, JK, I lied. Okay. I spoke too soon. One boxes are impossible if they were not on the edge, is what I was thinking about, but I did not internalize properly. Okay, so we got that one. Cool.